Hi, this is the Xiaomi Smart Band 8 Pro, the successor to the Smart Band 7 Pro. So what's new? Well, not that much. However, the two things that do stand out is firstly that the screen's refresh rate has been upped to 60Hz instead of the measly 30Hz on the 7 Pro, making for a much nicer user experience overall. Regarding the screen, it is also fine enough for outdoor use, however becomes a bit challenging to see in direct sunlight. Other than that, it is a crisp, clear and colorful display. The second thing that stands out is that the Smart Band 8 Pro is actually a tiny bit cheaper than its predecessor, while at the same time also upping both battery life, performance and the amount of trackable activities a little bit. Nice! The band is capable of measuring heart rate, blood oxygen levels, sleep patterns and how stressed you are. Built in is also GPS functionality that, just like the Band 7 Pro, is decent and does a fair job of staying on the same road as you're actually walking or running on. The activity tracking is okay and offers tracking for about 150 more or less active activities like running, tennis, tug of war or chess. Smart functionality is limited to simple music controls, app notifications and showcasing incoming calls, as well as cancelling them if you don't like other people. But again, this is a budget activity tracker, so you can't really expect that much more there. Via the Mi Fitness app, available for both iPhone and Android, you can see more detailed information about your physical endeavors, as well as download and change out different watch faces. While the app works fine, it does lack a bit more detailed information regarding workouts, etc. But again, for the hobby exerciser, I would argue that the information shown is fair. Battery life is spec'd to a maximum of 2 weeks, supposedly with everything turned off though. However, with everything instead turned on, including the always on display, I was able to easily squeeze 5 or 6 days out of the band, so perfectly decent when it comes to battery life. There is however two things I'm not too fond of here. The first one is the new TPU bracelet that has some kind of horrible backward attachment thing going on with it that I just don't get. It does get a little bit easier to snap on after about a week, but still, nah. Xiaomi does however offer quite the nice selection of other watch bands to switch out the TPU one too, but that of course comes with an extra cost. The other thing that I don't really get that was also present on the Band 7 Pro is the complete lack of any physical buttons, making it very tedious to return to the watch face when you're deep in any of the menus. This also contributes to the mesmerizingly odd fact that the only way to start the band is by plugging in the charger. That also has to be plugged into a power source. So, don't accidentally turn the band off when you go away without the charger, because then you won't be able to use the band. Other than that, and if you want a cost-worthy activity tracker with built-in GPS, the Smart Band 8 Pro is actually not a bad choice at all. However, if you don't really care about the built-in GPS and are okay with a taller rather than wider screen, also be sure to consider its little brother, Smart Band 8, not Pro, where you can save a few dollars but get otherwise similar functionality. And that is my take on the Xiaomi Smart Band 8 Pro. Please share any questions in the comments below and I'll do my best to answer them. Thank you for watching, have a nice day, bye!